No. Ha ha. Ha ha. Send me the real chapter. There's no way. There's no fucking way, right?
Oh, no. Send me the real chapter. Some at TCB right now. Send me the real chapter.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
All right, let me ask you guys really quickly. How do you guys feel about this? Because, bro, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I thought that it would be, that was just, all right, it's a showcase. Oda will go back to somewhat of a serious fight. He turned it up a notch in regards to goofiness.
What are we thinking about Luffy?
It's cool. It's cool. It's just, I don't know, man.
It's fucking with it.
It's cool, man. It's just like, it's weird, man. Like it's I feel like I'm gonna have to get used to it, man. It's a little different.
I think it's like a good mixture of hype and goofy. You know what I mean?
It is all goofy, bro. Well, you're right. You're right. It is hype because that gigantification shit, that's fucking crazy.
You guys think this means for the future of Luffy fights? Because it's the goofy aspect. I understand completely why someone wouldn't fuck with it. Like, it's so out of left field. It's so like not One Piece, but at the same time, it's staying true to One Piece, like in a new way. It's crazy.
This is like
fuck with it.
I would say this is very bold.
Very, very bold.
It's
like walking the tightrope with this.
100%.
I feel like people are gonna love it or people are gonna hate it.
I'm seeing people say they hate it.
In my comments,
I'm seeing people say that they hate it, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people in my comments off the early, as soon as I posted the review, was like, "This is trash. This ain't it." Listen, I feel like the only thing right that I want to see now, if we're going the goofy route, is I want to see him use Kaido's body as a balloon animal.
Twist it up.
Like, I want to see if we going goofy like this. I want to see him like turn him into like a bow tie or like something.
But listen, bro, like this is something that like people can walk away from a series with some shit like this.
Yeah, it is a different style, and I think Oda's still trying to balance the two.
Bro,
so
like
you gotta give him a little bit of time because
when you think about like just taking down Kaido. Bro, there's no way I would have thought this shit would be happening. Even if Luffy like awakened his fruit, like okay, he's manipulating rubber, bro. It is completely like Looney Tunes.
That's what it is.
Mord said, I said it was the type of fight that you won't get in any other mangas in terms of straight uniqueness and creativity. It's above anything else in the series. Yeah, it's unique and creative, but it's just like. You know when somebody like kind of they make some music, right? They make some music, right? And you're like, man, I love this shit. And then they start experimenting, and then they go like off the fucking deep end, and then you got the fans that are like, I don't know how I feel about this right now. This is kind of like where I am.
It's an aggressive choice.
That's why I like it so much, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I like it, but I don't know. I don't
like that.
I'm actually in the middle. Like people are saying you can't be in the middle. I'm actually in the middle for this.
I'm in the middle.
No. Being in the middle.
In one point, it's kind of hype. It's kind of hype when I'm reading it. I'm like, yo, this.
It's a great read.
But then at the same time, I'm like, this is a little too much.
It's a great read, bro.
Yeah,
it's a great read. Like it's a great. It's like, bro, I don't know what the hell is gonna happen.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is the showcase chapter, right? We always get a showcase chapter, and then it calms down.
I thought last week was a showcase
exactly.
chapter.
More said it perfectly in the chat. I'm not gonna lie. It's too hard to judge till the end because we need to see what the actual climax of this fight, the most important part of the fight, feels like. Because now it's not like that though. Because the thing is, the most important thing with Luffy's fights is like the most important part is always that serious climax, the end, the finale of his fights have always been.
Yeah, remember Dressrosa when we thought when Luffy used Gear 4 he was over, and then Dofi pulled out his awakening.
More said as long as Luffy loses a good fight, give up, brother.
Give up. It's not happening, man.
Give up, man. This is over.
I don't know. I gotta sleep on this, bro. I gotta sleep. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me ask you guys.
My thing is like going forward. His main fights are all gonna have this in it now.
But let me ask you, like, is it too goofy to the point that it's affecting the tone of the fight?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, that's the big.
Which is my main.
It's affecting it, but it's affecting it, but it's also making it more interesting to me because we've already seen. Because like Brago, we've seen so many times in One Piece, Katakuri, Rob Bellucci. We've seen all these fights before. We know how they go. I think Oda taking this direction now. I really like showing Luffy in a different way. I mean, we're gonna get the
serious parts.
At the end. Yeah, we're gonna get it. But like, I think this is like, because like even in this chapter, you can still see Luffy being angry and shit. Like he's not just laughing around. He's still trying to win. He's still interested in the fight. So I don't think it's as extreme as like Luffy's never gonna care about a fight again. I don't think that's.
No. It's not about care about a fight. It's just like the goofiness. The goofiness is becoming a part of his fighting style. So we are going to be seeing this, and is that going to affect the tone for us? Because since it's so goofy, how are we going to be in the fight? You know what I mean? And like intensity is always one thing the big fights are like. No, most doesn't like.
It's like imagine if like a character in like a future arc gets killed in front of Luffy. Luffy gets like super angry. He goes Gear 5, then we just start seeing him popping eyes out. It's like
it's kind of
it has to be managed. It has to be managed by Oda properly.
It's about the balance though, because I can't lie. I was impressed by this chapter because it did have a balance of it being very goofy, but at the same time there was raw dialogue. There was moments where I was like, "Shit, this ability is being used in cool, creative, interesting, unique ways."
He can balance the goofiness and hype, but I don't know if he can balance the goofiness and seriousness yet.
Yeah, I guess we'll see it at the end of the fight. We'll see. How he can
you know what? I guess I'm on the side of like, okay, it seems to still just be a showcase, right? Like Oda's still just just showcasing things. Dritz, have you seen this chapter?
Yeah, I read it.
Give me your thoughts.
Okay, well, I'll give you some actual thoughts instead of like I normally do. Yeah, the first time in months.
Years.
So whether or not years at this point, man. I've been a good boy. All right.
Been a very good boy, Dritzy. Keep it going.
Thank you.
Wow.
Whether or not you enjoy the cartoonish nature, whether or not you enjoy that is kind of up to your preference. I'm not going to come in here and rest it.
Just shut up and let the man.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I understand.
Wait, J. Cole dropped?
Bro, what
the fuck? Ruin the move.
DJ Drama.
He did?
Greenville.
Nobody cared. Driss was about to drop for a year, nigga.
This dystopian-like feeling made me tired of talking about One Piece in general, which makes things even worse. Because when I would bring up criticisms, they would simply be ignored.
Let's just get his shit off. We're going to go on Twitch after this, and we're going to react to J. Cole.
So that was a fucking lie.
But nah, just do your thing.
All right, so I'll make it quick then, so Mac can contain his excitement.
Take your time.
All right. So when it comes to people like molding over whether or not they enjoy the cartoonish nature of it, I mean, it kind of comes down to preference. I understand it. I think you're going to see more in the future, but everything kind of boils down to that is I think whether or not this is good or bad definitely comes down to the future. I will say definitively, though, I remember the community was debating whether or not Luffy actually died. This chapter seems to confirm that, yes, he did die. And whatever the answer is, I'm fine with, but I will say that I don't know what Oda was going for with this, because if you have to debate whether or not a character died, then I think you kind of missed the entire moment and impact. Because if Luffy actually died, you could have done so much more with the tone with that, rather than like him just looking knocked out. Like no one really assumed he was dead, even when people were trying to say he was. So I think Oda kind of missed on that aspect. You wouldn't expect your main character to die and then for there to be no tone or like real emotion.
You're basically, when I read that chapter, I was like, we should have sat in that for longer. Like the fact that Luffy wasn't around, so that we could feel the tone of Luffy not being around. Is that what you're saying? It should have been more of an impact?
Because what you go from is you go from the main character dying, which I mean, in most stories you would use that for like a legitimate moment. It was kind of like gags, shots of Chopper for like ruining panels. Every chapter that he's in.
I hate that panel.
You have
so
Chopper and who should also be slandered, Nami. Like this was not like a completely serious tone, right? which I think led to more people not believing that Luffy was actually dead, because what Oda was going for didn't really vibe well with the impact of Luffy supposedly dying. And then it was kind of just like the end of the chapter, boom, he's back anyway. So you didn't really do much with him dying outside of just saying, okay, he awakened.
Yeah.
So for there, I think that's a definitive fail. I don't think he really accomplished a whole lot doing that.